Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a what sold video. And this is going to kind of be a recap for the end of August through now, which today when I'm filming this video is the 16th of September. I hopefully will have it edited and posted live by tomorrow. Speaking of, tomorrow is my dad's birthday and he does watch my channel. So if you want to leave a happy birthday Roger in the comments, I'm sure he would read those. Happy birthday, Dad, if you were seeing this. I have a few things I want to chat about before we jump into what sold though. First, the elephant in the room. If you are not new here, perhaps you notice I sound a little weird. I am indeed sick. I jumped on the Hot Mess Express a few days ago and haven't been able to get off yet. So I just decided, screw it. We're filming this video. We're not waiting anymore. Another thing I do want to chat about before we jump into the sales is Poshmark's shipping change. So if you are unaware, Poshmark as of the 12th, I think, is no longer using priority labels for mailing. Like they won't send you a priority label anymore. It's a ground label, a ground advantage label, which means one, shipping is lower for buyers, which is great. But two, things don't get there as quick as they would have with priority shipping. And three, you can no longer use the free priority shipping supplies from the post office, which I would assume is what most people ship their, or used to ship their Poshmark sales in. I did. I never put a Poshmark sale in a poly mailer that I had to purchase. With all of that being said, apparently, I'll pop it on the screen here, Poshmark and the post office kind of like have collabed to make special free ground advantage shipping supplies. From what I can tell, for Poshmark users only, you have to provide your Poshmark closet name and a few other bits of information when you call or email. I emailed 4 days ago in real time and still have not even gotten a response saying that they received my request for supplies. So I did go ahead and purchase some poly mailers. I think they were kind of cheap. Let me actually look them up really quick. I got them on Amazon, of course, and they are actually Rollo branded, like Rollo printer branded. Let's see. Oh, they don't have them anymore? Dang. Just kidding. They don't have them anymore. I was going to share with you because they were kind of cheap. Anyway, I got a pack of 50 10 by 13 Rollo mailers, and I believe it was just under $5, like $4 and some change, but apparently they're all sold out. Anyway, all of that being said, apparently you can get free shipping supplies from the post office for your ground advantage Poshmark sales. I have not received even a response from the post office in regards to these supplies, so I don't expect to be getting them anytime soon. But I will keep you updated. If you are a Poshmark seller and you have gotten these supplies, I would love to know. From what I saw, it looked like they were kind of made out of like recycled cardboard, which is fine, but they're not going to be the kind of like tear resistant Tyvek mailer that I used to ship everything in, so I'm kind of bummed about that. And that Tyvek mailer was a really great size too. I think it was like 12 by 15, when 10 by 13 is a little small for most things to fit comfortably. Anyway, so there's that. I would love to know your thoughts on that. I am kind of on the fence because, like I said, while it is a cheaper shipping fee for buyers, also now it's going to take longer for the things to get there. So for sellers, it takes longer to get paid because it takes longer for the item to be shipped because it's not a priority 2-day, I think is what priority is typically. So I'm on the fence about it. I wouldn't say my sales have skyrocketed since they've lowered the shipping cost. I did notice though the day they changed it, I think it was the 12th, I had 0 sales on Poshmark, and that's the first time I've had 0 sales on Poshmark in like 2 months. So that was a bummer. Anyway, next thing is an update on something that I shared with you in my last What Sold video, the Lily Pulitzer clutch and lady. So you can go watch that and get the whole scoop, but I'm just going to give you the brief conclusion to the saga. So she opened a return request before the item got there. Poshmark accepted her return, canceled the sale, and refunded her before it got delivered, before it was marked as, lost or anything like that. And I had to write into Poshmark and ask them if I had been paid, and they told me I had, but I don't think I had, because I was paid when the item was actually delivered to the buyer's address on the label days later. And when that happened, Poshmark created a new sale for this listing. Like, I got a notification that the wristlet had sold again, and I was like, what is going on? And it was at the top of my sales, just like she had bought it again, and it was already marked as delivered, and I had been paid all like in one foul swoop. And the kicker, she's selling the wristlet on her Poshmark using my photos, and for $2 cheaper than she purchased it from me. So she yelled at me for multiple days in a row in order to list something that she purchased and lose at least $2 on it. I mean, you can't make that make sense to me. Okay, and then the last thing I do want to chat with you about before we get into the sales is the Coach Rescue box from ThredUp that I unboxed in my very last video. So I chatted with customer service on their little chat hotline thing, and they requested photos of the two things that I said were wrong, the Free People bag and the little pouch that was just kind of ripped out of the bag. And almost instantly, I was refunded for the entire box, which was crazy to me. And I kind of think that happened that way because I used 99.9% ThredUp credit to pay for this box, and I only had to come out of pocket in like real money, $12, which was like shipping and fees. So I did get that $12 and some odd change back, and then I also got the full $100 of ThredUp credit back on my account, which I was shocked. And it was literally just me saying, hey, I have this problem. They requested the photos. I sent the photos, and instantly it was made right. I wonder, though, if I had purchased that box with actual money and not ThredUp credit, would they have refunded me for the whole thing, or would they have like partitioned it out and been like, okay, well, you had a problem with 2 of the 5 items, we'll refund you for those 2? I don't know, but that's what happened. And like I say, I was very surprised. And honestly, it was no hassle either. Like, it was just kind of like, oh, please send photos. I did. Here's your refund. So that was really awesome. That gives me hope as a shopper on ThredUp that if something does go wrong, they will make it right. But this is my first experience having an issue with them. So there's all of that. Okay. Now we're going to move on to what actually sold, what you're here for. And if you are new here, I will go ahead and pop a photo of the item right here on the screen in case 1, I didn't put it in a haul, or 2, maybe you missed it. And I'm also going to read my full SEO title, Search Engine Optimization, in case you don't know. So you can get a feel of the keywords, key terms, fashion aesthetics, cores, all of the things that I use to help sell this item. I truly believe the title and the photos sell your item. I really think the description is just kind of there for a small portion of people that actually read it. I do cross-list everything to all of my platforms, being Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari. I use NIFTY to cross-list, and there is a link in the description for 15% off your first month if you are interested in trying NIFTY. I highly recommend it. I will also be sharing what the item sold for and what I will earn after fees and cost of goods. So let's jump right in, and we're going to start with Poshmark. Let me scoot over a little bit so I can... put the photo on the screen for you. Well, I guess I'm too far over. Okay. Let me get a drink first. I'm not good at being sick. Like, I'm not good at resting. I'm not good at slowing down. I'm not good at not doing things. Like, it literally gives me anxiety. And I really need to work on that. So if you have any tips, please share below, because I know I make myself more sick by not resting, but it's like I can't not. It gives me, like I said, it gives me anxiety. I don't know. Anyway, first Poshmark sale. Let me fix this hair. I love this shirt, but I kind of feel like it's like I'm like cosplaying as somebody else, because this is very not my vibe. I'm more like a band t-shirt or Harley Davidson shirt, vintage shirt, bins kid. Oh God, don't call me a bins kid. Anyway, Poshmark. The first Poshmark sale was this Patagonia Girls Isthmus insulated parka in green, hooded jacket made of net plus, size 7-8. It sold for $50 and I will make $38. Next, I sold this vintage yo-yo quilt topper runner, handmade patchwork cotton fabric, 18 by 73 inches. This was a full price sale. So this was essentially like a quilt topper, except it was the size of like a small table runner. So it was like a rectangle and not like a quilt size. And it had some significant like flaws. A lot of the little circles had like come unattached from each other, and this still sold pretty quickly for my full price, my full asking price of $40, and I will make $31. Next, I sold this Cherokee vintage green suede car coat midi trench coat in moss, size extra large. This sold for $45 and I will make $34. Then I sold this Wooden Ships game day knit sweater, navy mohair wool blend, size small medium. This sold for $24 and I will make $18. And upon looking at my closet, I think this sold because it had the game day logo like embroidery on it. I have a ton of other Wooden Ships items, not a ton, a few, that I've had for years. And I can't seem to sell them, and this one sold fairly quickly, so I would say it was definitely the fact that it had that writing on there helped it to sell. Next sale, Reformation Arcro cashmere sleeveless vest turtleneck sweater in black, size extra large. This sold pretty quickly as well. It sold for $55 and I will make $43. Next, I sold this Ralph Lauren cardigan knit top, brown full zip cotton sweater jacket, size medium. It sold for $45 and I will make $32, and that was also another full price sale, so we love to see it. Then I sold this pair of Big Yank vintage 70s flare jeans, Sanford size cotton indigo dye jeans, size 28. These sold for $45 and I will make $34. Next, Poshmark sale, vintage Mountain Night winter fleece jacket, deer graphic, size small. It sold for $49 and I will make $38. Then I sold this pair of Veronica Beard jeans, Debbie skinny high-rise jeans in black, button fly, size 29-8. They sold for $49 and I will make $38, and I am shocked to sell a pair of skinny jeans. Had these not been Veronica Beard, I absolutely would not have picked up a pair of skinny jeans, but I did pick them up because of the brand, and $49 is a great flip for a pair of skinny jeans in the year 2025. I sold this vintage 70s brown velvet blazer jacket, wide lapel, romantic disco, men's 36. It sold for $35 and I will make $27. Next, Poshmark sale, Christian Dior vintage Neiman Marcus white satin robe, CD monogram logo. This sold for $60 and I will make $48. Then I sold this. I thought this was going to sell very quickly, like within a few days, if not hours of me listing it. And it took quite a while to sell. I think I've had this since maybe springtime. Abercrombie vintage Y2K micro mini pleated tennis skirt in red plaid size 00. It sold for 100 and I will make 79. Next, I sold this pair of A Goldie crisscross straight jeans, women's size 28, black organic cotton. They sold for 50 and I will make 39. And A Goldie, I feel like, is one of those brands that's slowly like on the decline, unfortunately. So $50 for these was fan-freaking-tastical. Next, I sold this J. Crew 100% wool funnel neck mock neck sweater, green, dark academia fisherman, size medium. This sold for 44 and I will make 31. Next, Poshmark sale, Pendleton high grade western wear vintage sweater, blue geometric Aztec, made in USA, size large. It sold for 40 and I will make 31. Next, I sold this Ralph Lauren vintage Y2K cable knit sweater in bubblegum pink. It sold for 36 and I will make 26. And if you are an OG YouTube subscriber or watcher of my channel, you might remember me finding all of these things. And I feel like it was maybe 2 years ago now. I am quickly approaching my 2-year YouTube anniversary, which I cannot believe. I have been consistent on YouTube for 2 full years. I think it's next week, actually, which is crazy. Anyway, if you are an OG subscriber or watcher, you will remember these Barbie vintage fashion lot and accessories, 1960s to 1990s. This bundle lot type of deal sold for 66 and I will make 51. And they actually went to a subscriber. Thank you so much, Christy. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Depop. Hold on a minute. Okay. First Depop sale I have is pretty exciting. Revolution 70s Western Americana sheer star print disco collared buttoned-up shirt. This sold for 40 and I will make 37. I think this is just like a hair off of my asking price, which is really great. Next, I sold this Wild Fox pumpkin graphic Halloween jack-o'-lantern crew neck sweatshirt, spooky, size extra small. I've had this for 2 years. 2 full years, 2 full Halloween seasons have passed by with me having this sweater listed. Do you know I changed the title and I added a AI model photo for this listing and it sold the next day? It sold for 25 and I will make 21. Very happy to see that one go. Next Depop sale, Lily Pulitzer full zip velour track jacket in pink, size large, sold for 20 and I will make 18. Then I sold this Trip NYC logo spell out beanie in black and white. This was a full price sale. It sold for 29 and I will make 25, and that did sell via a boosted listing. Next, something I haven't had very long either. Hollister Y2K vintage low rise micro mini denim skirt, size 3, sold for 18 and I will make 16. Next, Depop sale. Land's End vintage 90s 100% wool holiday chore coat jacket, red, green, blue, size small, sold for 34 and I will make 30. And the next Depop sale, Nanette Lepore baby doll Y2K silk kimono wrap top, floral black, red, bell sleeves, size 2, sold for 26 and I will make 28. Depop sale is something Ryan gave me. Thank you so much, Ryan. Serge Boo vintage Y2K Halloween cardigan sweater, moon, pumpkins, bats, size medium. This sold very quickly for $46 and I will make 42. Next, I sold this Mountain Products vintage 70s puffer jacket, winter cropped coat, full zip. It sold for 34 and I will make 28, and that did sell via a boosted listing. Next Depop sale, Spanx faux leather patent leather vinyl pants in black shiny patent sleek. This sold via a boosted sale for $27 and I will make 23. Then I sold a bundle, which was very surprising to me. I had offers come in on 3 separate items from the same user. I accepted all of them, and then I guess if you put them all in your cart, it just creates a bundle for you, because I didn't have to do anything in order to bundle all of these items together for this buyer. They just somehow purchased a bundle. So I think that's what happens if you add a bunch of items from the same user to your cart. They just all get bundled together. Oh my nose, hold on. And somehow the shipping was also adjusted. Like, I don't overcharge for shipping on Depop, and the shipping was, for this bundle, was a label rated for 10 pounds, so that's also good to know. The first item in this 3-item bundle was a Jamali Fair Isle knit sweater, gray, cabin core, cottage core, academia. It sold with this express vintage Y2K butter yellow ribbed sleeveless mock neck sweater vest, size medium, and this express 90s vintage pull-on okay, I called it a slight weight, but it's supposed to say lightweight midi skirt in black and white, 910. This whole bundle sold for $61, and I will make $50. Next sale is something my husband found at the bins, and it's so crazy because the day before he found this thing at the bins, I told him that I had sold a little wallet. It was a Sanrio Choco Cat vintage, I think it was 90s wallet. I sold it on eBay for almost my full asking price, and I let him know that because I was very shocked that, 1, it sold so quickly, and 2, it sold for almost my full asking price. That day, when we went to the bins, he found this Sanrio Choco Cat quilted brown corduroy tote shoulder bag, Y2K Kawaii. It sold in 15 minutes on Depop for $50, and I will make $43. Next Depop sale is one from my most recent ThredUp Coach Rescue Box. Coach Signature C pleated mini purse, brown monogram shoulder bag, Y2K, sold the same day as I listed it for my full asking price of $95, and I will make $83. This was a boosted sale. And the last Depop sale, JCPenney Vintage 70s Gingham button-down cottage core collared shirt, blue and white, sold for $20, and I will make $17. And I love, when I found this item, I was like, you don't need to get that, Megan. It's not going to sell for that much. It's not a great brand, but I liked that it was older. I liked that it was 70s. I liked that it had a tag. I liked that or a brand, and I liked the color, like the pattern of it. And this sold within the same week that I purchased, or that I listed it. So, love when that happens. It's like I know what I'm doing sometimes. Next, we're going to chat about Mercari. I have 2 Mercari sales to share with you. UGG Classic Mini 2 Chestnut Suede Shearling Lined Boots, size women's 6, sold for $47, and I will make $40. And these did not take very long to sell at all on Mercari, which is very exciting. I think I had a $30 offer for these boots come in on Depop, which I did accept, and then someone turned around and offered me $47 on Mercari, and they actually paid, so we love to see it. Next and last Mercari sale, last Mercari sale, vintage military jacket, Winfield International Tiger Camo Shacket, extra large, sold for $48, and I will make $41. And I do have one sale for my Shopify store because, like I said in my last video, I'm not doing very good at uploading all of my hauls to my Shopify store, and I'm not sure still in real time if I'm going to keep my Shopify store, or we shall see. Maybe I'll do like a special like Black Friday thing for all of my YouTube Black Friday sale on my website for all of my YouTube subscribers, and then I'll make a decision. Yeah. Anyway, Brandy took a look at my website, and she purchased the Free People Leslie Tote Shoulder Bag, Crossbody Bag, Black Chocolate, Distress, size extra large. It sold for $100, and she purchased this for her birthday, so happy birthday to you, Brandy. Thank you so much. And if I didn't say, that Free People Tote came from my ThredUp Coach Rescue Box, and if you missed it, I will link it here so you can go see that if you care to. Okay, moving on now to our last platform, eBay. And the first eBay sale I have to share, Arc'teryx Vintage Theta SV Bib, Gore-Tex in gray, men's large. They sold for $99, and I will make $69. I had this listed for much higher. Like, I'm talking, I had these listed for $350. There's nothing wrong with them. They're vintage and they're Gore-Tex. and they're Arc'teryx, so I did list them very high, but I received an $80 offer, which I was tempted to take, and then I countered them, and they countered me again, and I was like, okay, you can have it, you win. But I'm very happy to take $69. I found these at the bins and probably paid under $5 for them. Next is something that I had over here on the rolling rack to show you in my next haul, because these are another pair of shoes that were in my winter backstock, but they sold so quickly. I'm pretty sure they sold the same day I listed them. UGG Pendleton Alina National Parks Moccasin Slippers, Wool Stripe, Shearling, size 7. They sold for full price, $55, and I will make $41. This is crazy. My next eBay sale, Coach Y2K Vintage Patent Leather Lanyard Keychain ID Holder Mini Logo Tag, sold within 3 hours of me listing it for $27, and I will make $21. And I actually have another one of these. I think I showed these in a haul when I found them, and then I never listed them, and shame on me, because like I said, the one sold in 3 hours. I did put the other one on our keys, but I'm kind of like, do I need a $30 little strap that I know I can sell? So I might be selling that. But anyway, I was very shocked at how quickly that sold. I think right now, just in this little window of time that we are in, Coach is having like a huge resurgence. It's people that have loved Coach for decades. It's people that are just discovering Coach. It's Gen Z, it's collectors, it's all kinds of people that are loving this brand. I saw a Coachtopia commercial on YouTube yesterday, and I had no idea that for Coachtopia they're literally writing like Coachtopia on the little plaque. It doesn't just say Coach, it says Coachtopia. So that's kind of cool. So I think if you have anything Coach that you are willing to part with, now is the time to list it, because Coach things are very, very hot. Okay, next sale is the one that I was talking to you about when we were talking about Depop. Sanrio 1996 Choco Cat Wallet, Lime Green Floral Applique, Vintage Kawaii Y2K, sold in 24 hours for $64, and I will make $58. Then I sold this vintage handmade Buckeye Burl wood belt buckle, Western rustic with suede pouch. It sold for $21, and I will make $16. Next eBay sale, April Cornell Romantic Saga Parasol Button-Up Maxi Dress in black, size medium. This sold for $70, and I will make $54. Then I sold this Talbot's Petites Merino Wool Black Contrast Stitch Jacket Cardigan Blazer, new with tags, size medium petite. I think this took 2 or 3 days to sale, which kind of surprised me because this was a vintage Talbot's piece. It sold for $40, and I will make $30. I picked that up based on style, not based on brand, but I did like the fact that it was new and made of merino wool, so that had a few factors other than just style. Okay, next eBay sale, Rab Micro Light Vest, Nick Wax Hydrophobic Down Black Oray Ice Park Vest, men's medium. It sold for $70, and I will make $55. And this is another item that Ryan gave me at the bins. Thank you so much, Ryan. Okay, my next eBay sale is, again, something I've had for years, and I'm fairly certain that adding a AI model photo and changing the title is what helped this to sell now. Union Knitting Mills Co. Antique 1910s Wool Knit Dress, Maxi Long Sleeve, Logan, Utah. It sold for $140, and I will make $113. Okay, 2 more, and then we're going to let you go, friends. The second to last eBay sale I have, UGG Scuff Logo Slippers, Red Shearling Wool, Lined House Shoes, men's 11. These sold in 24 hours for my full asking price, and they were an international sale. They sold for $50, and I will make $39. And I'm still unable to promote things on eBay, so that's why none of these things are selling via promoted listing. I'm still like in eBay jail. I'm not a top rated seller, and I have until I think like October 2nd or something to fix that, or they're going to take action against my account, which means I'm going to have to pay more fees, or they could, I guess, ultimately they could like take away my account, but they're not going to do that. Probably they'll just make me pay more fees and hide my items more. But to try to combat that, I have been putting a little note inside all of my eBay sales that just says, basically it thanks the person for making a purchase with me, and it kindly asks them to leave feedback if they enjoy their sale, and if there's an issue to contact me first before opening a case. So it kind of like prompts people to leave feedback if they like the thing, or if they don't like the thing, to message me first. And fingers crossed, I haven't had anyone message me trying to like get a little bit of money back, or you know what I mean, like trying to make me fix a situation that I wouldn't necessarily have to fix, or try to get a little, I don't know, the eBay games that eBay buyers like to play. And I have been noticing a ton more positive feedbacks for my recent sales on eBay. So I'm really hoping that that helps to boost me back up to top seller status, because I don't know how to do that other than to continue listing, to not have listing violations, and I can't really control if people open cases. So that's like the only way I'm trying to combat that. Anyway, all that being said, one more sale. La Scala Vintage 90s Black Ruched Open Back Lace Up Gown Y2K Formal Dress sold for $45, and I will make $41. Okay. And that is all I have to yap about today. I would love to know in the comments below how your sales have been, what you think about Poshmark shipping change. Have you gotten any of the ground shipping supplies in yourself? Have you requested them? Did you even know you could request them? I was unaware that you could even request them until I saw a TikTok of someone who like had them in their hands and was like showing, oh, here's Poshmark's new ground advantage labels. And then I went searching on the internet and found where you can request them. But like I said, it's been 4 days now. I've sent an email requesting shipping supplies and requesting that they just write me back letting me know they received my request, and nothing. So I fully am expecting not to ever receive these shipping supplies. I think that was kind of like, if you read what Poshmark put out about changing the shipping labels, it was literally just like, if you use priority mailers, no worries, just switch. Like, okay, cool. Like, it's just that easy. If you guys made things that easy. And also, it was crazy that it also said, like, sorry, we didn't tell you sooner. We couldn't based on our contracts. We're making a major change to our website and the way we do things and the way you're going to need to do things, but we're only giving you 4 business days to change everything. Also, I've seen a lot of people saying they don't know what to do with their priority mailers. If you only use priority mailers for Poshmark sales and now you can no longer do that, please, 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 for the love of God, do not throw these things away. Take them back to the post office. The post office will take them back. All you have to do is just go in and say, I ordered too many of these, or you can tell them Poshmark changed and now I can't use these. They will take them back from you. Don't throw them away, please. Okay. And with all of that, I have been rambling now for almost 40 minutes, and I need to take a shower and a nap, even though it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I hope I feel better by the next time you guys see me. I guess I'll let you go, though. If you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.